Alright, I don't know why they'll take this garbage bag and they'll set them out there on the deck rather than carry them over here to the trash. And there's one over there, it's too heavy for them. I think it's got cat litter in it. I've got so much to do. You know what I need? I need a short handleable rake. That's gonna be hard for me to rake up, but I could hook my trailer up and maybe get Jaden over here to rake them up for me. Yeah. Okay. My cutters is supposed to be here today where I can cut these vines. And I want to rake these leaves up. You know what? That metal right there, that come from over there, that needs to be put back over there. That's not ours. It looks like aluminum. Looks like aluminum, but yeah, I'm gonna. There's still some elementary plants I'm gonna get. I'm getting that one and I'm getting that one. And I might get that one too. There may be one right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm gonna get. There's another one over there, 5 that I want to get. There's a big one there I'm gonna leave alone. Matter of fact, there's 2 or 3 little ones in there. I want to get them because eventually I'll be able to sell those. I want to get this one too. This one here, of course, I'm gonna leave alone. That's huge. And I want to rake this pile right over here. I may leave it there. Oh boy, there's something. I'm still debating whether to just take this compost pile and move it completely over here against this here crap's gotta go. I don't have lids for these buckets I got, so I'm cutting these insulation boards up to make covers. You can see, let me show you. See how I got that lid on that bucket? That keeps them covered. Anyhow, I've got a full plate and I'm thinking about quick as them cutters get here today, I'll be able to get out here and start cutting some of these vines and stuff. And that's gonna help out quite a bit. So I can and I've decided that table that's on the deck over there that I've been using, I can take that back there and I can leave these on the ground back over there and set stuff on that. And I'm gonna, all this along here, I'm gonna move it back there. Alright, I may be seeing just a little bit tad of this thing maybe gonna fix to start greening up. And I got a special tool for getting these weeds up. That'll be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be working on this. And I took and put I set a strawberry plant right there that it'll start putting out runners, and I'm just gonna let it spread however it wants to. Some of this stuff this thing right there, that was that Norfolk Island pine, and it looked like it was dying, so I pulled it out of the pot and planted it in the ground there. I don't know if it'll make new growth on it or not. I have no idea. And I forget what that is. It may come out and it may not. But I want to get all this cleaned out. I'd like to get a couple of bags of mulch. I wished I could grind that stuff, palm fronds and stuff up over there, and boy, that would make great mulch. So I don't know. Anyhow, this thing is really, oh, I know what in the heck I need. I got some popsicle sticks. I ordered them on Amazon, $4 or something. And I think I can make separators and spread them out like that. That's why I got them. I would like to get this spread out. I don't want it. Look at that. You know what? That would be a good thing to air layer right there. It sure would. I don't like that going up like that out there. That would make a good air layering. Surely would. But I want this thing to go out more. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get that right now. I'm not exactly sure how I can cut them things, though. I don't have nothing to I don't have nothing to cut them with. Well, I might could do it. I don't have nothing to cut them with. You know what? I need to go in there right now and order me some nippers that I can nip them with. Alright. I am going to Family Dollar and then over here to the tool place. I think they sell pine bark or something like that. I'm not gonna buy any, I just want to see what they charge for it. Somebody throwed out a bag of trash. How you doing? That's the one thing I hate about coming over here. The doors are not automatic and I have to wait for somebody to come along that'll open it for me and hold it. That's the way it goes though. Alright, I got my new loppers. They're cheap loppers, but they're sharp. And this, see, I couldn't cut these. Now I can. It's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a little bit. I'd like to have a pair of them cut these top ones first. Yeah, this is working out like a champ. And I know they should be helping me, but I ain't gonna. If they actually wanted to volunteer, that'd be one thing. I mean, they know what I'm doing. Turn my chair around just a little bit. Turn that off. I need all this out of the way. You know what? I wonder if my little nippers would cut that. Nope, not that one. The red hand ones, let me see. No. This here. Yeah, them will cut. But the spring's gone in this, so. Okay. Burp. Let's see, I don't want to run over that. Yeah, this is working out. This is working out good. However, I don't want to run over that elephant ear right there. I'm gonna have to. Good Lord, look at that. That was a big vine at one time. I want you to look how big that is. I won't be able to cut that. Dang. Gonna be a lot of cutting. Okay, wonder if I can back this thing up. Alright, that'll go with that. 2 more plants. Now, this is going to be a lot of work, folks, but you know what? I'll get her done. I'll get her done. You know, as much work as I'm doing with my arms and stuff, you'd think I'd start getting some of the strength back in my arms. But I mean, I'm using my arms quite a bit. I'm going to have some help. I hate to ask them to help me do anything. I really do. I mean, they didn't make my bed. I made my bed and I need to sleep in it. And folks, I'll tell you this for sure. I made a mistake. I don't know if it was me or my wife, but it was probably both of us. But we screwed up raising our kids. We really did. And it's my fault. It's my fault that my daughter is having to work a lousy ass job and she just barely can make ends meet. It's my fault. It's my fault. And I'll tell you what else. It goes back further than that. It goes back to my mom and dad. They were bad parents. They were buried out of 9 kids. None of them were successful except one, and nobody likes him anyway. He got away with a lot of stuff that we didn't. But it's my mom and dad's fault that I'm just a ne'er-do-well. Now, I know somebody's gotta have more self-esteem than that, but it's just, I hear dogs. It's just the cold hard facts of life. I'm a realist. Wow, that one needs to, I need to get up further on that if I can. Okay, that one there. My mom and dad won't. My dad probably would have been more successful if he hadn't been on that bottle. I don't know how he got started drinking, but he'd been an, I can't remember when he wasn't an alcoholic. I can't remember when he wasn't coming home drunk and all that stuff. And most of my daddy's brothers and sisters were successful. There was 2 out of that. There was 9 children there too. There was 2 out of that that wasn't worth a teetotally damn, and that was my daddy, and I hate to say it, Uncle Aubrey. But that whole family's dead now, so it won't matter. All the kids are. The grandkids and stuff aren't. I mean, it's just the truth, guys. It's not. Some of you gonna say, well, I shouldn't be bad mouthing my mom and daddy. Well, I was there. I know. I was there the night they come in there, the child protection people come in there and took me and Carolyn and George out of there. Daddy was taking care of us. Mama had abandoned us. And we was in there asleep, and somehow or another Daddy got on the drunk. He was smoking, and he left a cigarette in there, and it somehow or another it got on the couch and caught on fire. And the fire department came, and there we was all alone. Daddy was out gallivanting somewhere. And they immediately put us into a foster home. So yeah, I remember that. I remember all that stuff. I told that tale before, you know, about on my 16th birthday, Daddy coming, he couldn't drive, he didn't have a driver's license, he wanted me to take him somewhere, and I took him. Then he wanted me to come in, and what he had for my birthday present was a whore, a prostitute. Her name was Goldie, and she was disgusting. I didn't do anything. I wasn't going to. So, you know, and what kind of a father would do that with his 16-year-old son? You know? So I think it's the way you bring up your children, whether they're going to be successful. There's always exceptions to the rule, but dadgone, I ain't forgot that 16th birthday thing. And I done been out on my 16th birthday with my girlfriend Had a nice time and all that stuff. And that's when it, matter of fact, when I come home off of my date, where you been? Well, Daddy, I've been out on a date. But yeah, he took me the other, it was two ladies. Daddy had one woman, her name was Marie Caldwell. She's probably dead. And I think he had in mind that we was gonna have a foursome. I think that's what he had in his mind. But he found out right quick I wasn't interested at all. But yeah, that was my daddy. And of course, my mama, I won't say she was a whore, but she didn't mind sleeping around. And even that second husband of hers, my stepdad, he was in the hospital, in the TB hospital with TB. He was in the, what they call it, sanatorium or something like that. And dying. He was on his deathbed, and she was out screwing around on him. And one day, are now recording. And one day, Mama was sitting in there talking about my stepdad Bob, the one she was screwing around on when he was on his deathbed, and that's when she got pregnant with that ninth child. Yes, it is. And she was sitting there talking about Bob. That was my stepdad, being the love of her life. Well, must not have been too much love of the life, sitting there screwing around on him like she was doing. Now I wonder if I can get in there. Now I'm gonna drive in there as far as I can and try to get that other bunch right there, and I'm right there at it. So maybe I can, maybe I can't. Yeah, a lot of people say you shouldn't talk about your parents like I talk about mine, but it's the cold hard facts of life. You know, fortunately I wasn't an alcoholic. And my daddy was a fantastic welder. That's what he did for a living, except for the last 2 years of his life. He worked for my first cousin. He was a foreman on one of my cousin's crews. And even then they had problems with him. Yes, they did. One time, Lewis always watched. Lewis is my first cousin. That's who Daddy worked for. And Daddy was his uncle. And they was coming home one time, and he wanted Daddy to drive. It was a tractor and trailer, flat trailer. And he had one of them big old drop backhoe. I mean, it was a huge piece of machine. And Lewis was following him. And Lewis had no idea that somehow or another Daddy had liquor. And he was drunk. And he was driving that damn thing. I cussed. And Lewis was behind him, and he got to notice, and he said, "That stinking Uncle Russell, he is drunk." He was watching him move around and stuff, and weaving in the lane. And he tried to catch Daddy and pull him over, and he couldn't catch him. And they drove. I don't know why he was taking it to his house, but Daddy lived right there in a little apartment they had. And Daddy got there way before Lewis. And he jumped out of that thing, and he run in Lewis's house and took his car keys and the truck keys and all that stuff and slammed them on the counter and told Betty, his wife, said, "Well, I reckon I'm done." And Lewis chuckled about it after a while, but that wasn't nothing to chuckle about, I don't think. But Daddy was, he was alcoholic big time. And one time he lost his license, driver's license, for 15 years. I'm surprised he didn't lose them for life. And he'd been in several wrecks. He got in one wreck when he was like 35 or something. And I mean, it was bad wreck. Just him. He didn't hurt nobody else. And he lost all of his teeth. I've still got some cleaning to do in here, but wow. I wonder if I can get over on that other side. I think I'll cut these while I'm at it. Now, I need to get over there. Well, wait a minute. Maybe I can get to them right here. Yep. I can get to them right here. All right. I'll get some of this on the back side. Now, let's see. See, I don't quite know where. I don't know. Am I recording? I don't know. That's the house right there that they built. The property line runs, I think it runs, I don't know. I guess I'll start knowing for sure when they start living here. They know how many feet the house is from their line, and we can measure it. So I don't know whether I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where the line is. I'm thinking it's right about here. So there's a few. I need to get them two. Actually, I ought to get that one too. Can y'all see that little snake right there? Look at him. He's about 2 or 3 feet long. There he is. I started raising my hand. Of course, he couldn't hurt me. He couldn't hurt me. I'll show you. Go ahead, snaky, snaky. Go ahead. Go ahead. See it going there? I ain't gonna hurt you, buddy. Now, there's some people that would kill you just because you're a snake. But I'm not that away. I'm not that away. I don't even like to kill spiders, and all houses have spiders. Some of you say, not me. Well, I'll bet you do. And my baby grandson, where'd that thing go? I don't see him. He's probably long gone. But my baby grandson, he did not like spiders. He'll see one, in the middle of the night, if he wakes up and he sees a spider up on the ceiling or something, he'll come wake me up to have me come in there and kill it. Most of the time, I try to catch it and put it outside. Because they're very beneficial in the house, you know, especially in case you get a roach or something. They'll eat that roach. They'll eat any other bugs. They'll eat mosquitoes. Anyway, folks, that's my video for today. So, I guess that's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. See ya.